Alright, hey guys, it's me again, and today we're on my Railjack right now, because I'm going to show you the best weapon for dealing with high-level fighters out in Railjack, and the best weapon, by far, to do that is the Singus, believe it or not. For whatever reason, crit in our Railjack Archwing is garbage. I don't know why, I don't know the reason, but it's just trash. It just doesn't do anything. So you're going to want to go ahead and use status. Now, Railjack has its own damage types, and I don't know what effects they have, but they're kind of similar. But what I think, and I don't know this for sure, but I think IPS seems to be the best damage type, but you still want like a high status chance in general. I feel like one of the IPS damage types is converted into something that reduces armor. I am using corrosive heat, but I also get the same effects with viral heat and other elements, and I don't know why. But here's the build. Running damage and multi-shot, as well as a magazine increase, because the reload speed is literally lightning fast. I'm running status chance, as well as my elemental combo, but like I said, this doesn't seem to matter that much. But I get the same procs, even if I change this to, say, viral heat, like I said earlier, but I don't know why that is. Maybe the elements don't combine in Railjack. I don't know. I also have extra toxin damage here. Now you could totally replace this with fire rate or a riven if you have one. Yes, Singus rivens do exist, and they are also pretty cheap, and they have a decent riven disposition of 1.3. So that's a 4-star, I think. But yeah, you can put either one of those there, and if you don't have that, go ahead and throw on an extra elemental. I just decided to throw on toxin. And I also tried deadly efficiency, but deadly efficiency doesn't proc in space, so, as well as any other mods relating to reload in space just don't work. So don't use those. So now we're gonna go to the last mission on Saturn. Now I'm almost have Veil Proxima unlocked. I just need like a couple more intrinsics and I'll have this unlocked. But for what I'm going to be showing you, it really won't matter what the enemy level is, mainly the fighter level. And the reason is I'm going to show you against all the enemy types. I'm going to show you this against regular fighters, I'm going to show you this against outriders, and I'm going to show you this against cruise ships. Alright, so let's boot this mission up. Alright, so I got some fighters over here. They're level 32. And just watch their health. So I'm just gonna slow them down a bit to make them easier to hit, because these fighters are very, very fast. And he's gone. I didn't even need to use the whole magazine. Well, once whatever armor stripping effect takes in effect, they just die really, really fast. I'm gonna grab some energy here. So this is incredibly ammo efficient, and it has a lightning fast reload speed. Now hopefully we can find a cruise ship and an outrider, and I'll show you what it performs like against them. I'm gonna show you what this is like against an outrider, and in case you don't know what an outrider is, basically you remember that old Xmas concept they used a while ago where Xmas units would have like weak spots, otherwise you couldn't really beat them? Same thing goes for the Outrider, because you only deal like 2 damage if you don't shoot the weak points. But with the Singus doesn't care. Singus does not care at all. Okay, spotted a cruise ship. Cruise ships actually, Archwings actually got a huge nerf towards fighters and cruise ships in particular. And these guys, even before the update, were really, really tanky. But now, with the Singus... Oh. And now he's at 1 HP. And completely disabled, can't really do much of anything. Now, of course, you can't kill a cruise ship until you get inside the reactor and actually blow it up, so I'm just going to do that real fast. They didn't leave the door open this time, so I'm going to have to kill it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to show you the Larkspur. The Larkspur has high status, but for whatever reason, I don't know why, but its damage over time effects and its damage procs in general do no damage, and I don't know why. But as the same elements for the most part, I have a little weighting on heat. I'm just gonna swap that to a toxin. but similar build, except I don't have the magazine extension and the extra status chance mod, though I don't really need it anyways. So here's the Larkspur with the same build. I got some fighters right here. They didn't notice me. But you can see, I'm not getting a gradual like damage increase like I was on the other gun, or the Singus, and that had like IPS on it, where this doesn't. This has an impact, I think. But that's it, and its heat procs don't do any damage whatsoever. Now I'm also going to show you the charge shot. Let me get some energy here. And I'll show you the charge shot. It really doesn't do much. Let's see if I can get it caught in the explosion, but the explosion does no damage. It's like 12 damage. So I don't know what's up with that. I'll show you this Singus with radiation toxin just to show you that the damage type doesn't really matter what you mod it, as long as you have a 100% status chance. It seems to just perform super duper well. Also, it's got to have IPS for some reason. Okay, so I got fighters and an outrider here. So I got 2 outriders actually, so that's good. Let me show you. So this is an outrider again. You're supposed to really shoot them in the weak spots, but as you can see, I have status. I am doing different damage procs this time with the radiation toxin. Mainly, I guess, the chem. But, like, it just doesn't matter. Status shreds. And disproportionately so. So your damage type really doesn't matter as long as you just have a high status. So I'm going to actually kill all these fighters so they don't kill my Railjack. Also, the viral elemental, whatever it converts to, does not actually have health in this environment. So that's something you should keep in mind. Oh, we got another outrider. Just to show you again, status shreds. Okay, so here's a cruise ship. You guys already know how tanky they are. Basically, once my status procs really get going, again, now the cruise ship is left at 1 HP. A shame you can't kill them from the outside. Oh, they actually left the door open this time, but they got a shield around it. But like, if you could kill cruise ships from the outside, I would have killed it already. And that was radiation toxin. Like, there's nothing really special about toxin, and toxin actually is really bad damage type out in Railjack for whatever reason, or at least it turns into something called chem out here. So, yeah. Now to compare the Singus, I'm actually going to show you the Empyrean Vandal. I'm also going to run corrosive heat, though, like I said, it turns into some other damage type, and I'm going to run this with a kind of a crit build. And just to show you that crit really doesn't do much in this game mode, we're going to go back to the same mission and show you. Okay, so we have some fighters here. I got my Empyrean Vandal. Just teleport close to them and slow them down so they're easier to hit. But as you can see, takes a bit more time. I'm using almost my entire 300 round magazine to kill these fighters, and these are just fighters. If I find an outrider, and then remember, these guys are slowed down. If they were sped up, I would not be able to really deal a whole lot of damage to them. Especially with this weapon, because it's horribly inaccurate. In fact, I'm going to turn off my slow, and we're going to go full speed. And I'm going to try and lead my target, but they are very evasive in this game mode. And faster than me while I'm boosting. Sorry for my terrible aim. But since all the hit scan weapons became projectile weapons, good luck doing that without a slow. And even then, it's still taking that long to kill a high to mid-level fighter. Okay, so I got a cruise ship and an outrider here. I just hope that cruise ship doesn't shoot at me while I do this, so I'm going to slow this outrider down. And I'm only doing like 4s and 5s against this Outrider when I'm not shooting his weak points. I do like, what, 200 damage when I do. And Outriders are normally like a joke when you shoot their weak points. But, good luck doing that with this weapon. Let me reload again. And the cruise ship. Where's the cruise ship? Alright, we gotta reload. We're almost halfway there. Or about halfway through its health. Okay, disable this engine. Okay, now it's at 1 HP. But you see how much longer this takes with crit versus with status? Now I'll also show you the Phaedra, because the Phaedra is basically a status-based machine gun, which is kind of the opposite of the Imperator Vandal, which is crit-based. But remember, it has horrible accuracy. Accuracy stat of 10. And again, because it's a projectile weapon now instead of a hit scan weapon, it's really gonna suffer at range, which is why I'm using the Singus. I'm actually gonna swap this over to Corrosive and Heat, but like I said, elemental combo doesn't really matter. And I have Marked Target in here to give me increased range when I'm aiming, and I'm always gonna be aiming when I'm shooting Arcwing in space. So that's gonna give me 100% status chance. I have some energy. Okay, so these are just regular fighters. And yeah, we're already doing a lot better than the Imperator Vandal. But remember, poor accuracy on this weapon. So, look at the spread. Since it's a machine gun, it doesn't have that lightning fast reload time like the Singus does. Alright, so we have an Outrider and a cruise ship here. Now, we're gonna hopefully not die. But a little bit faster than the Imperator Vandal. And then there's the cruise ship. Didn't even take me the whole magazine. And the cruise ship is disabled at 1 HP. So, yeah, for whatever, I don't know what it is, but status rocks in Railjack Arcwing. With that said, Singus is by far the best weapon to use in Railjack Arcwing. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.